Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hey, hello, man. Yes, I can hear. Can you hear
Awesome,
me?
awesome. Yep, yep, yep. Just sorry for being a little bit late.
No worries at all. Just joined myself.
Ah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, my puppy is having like I know every day, so every time you meet me, I know I'm like my puppy's having a bad day, but like today is like even worse. Like it's one of the worst days. Like I tried to take him out for a walk and he was just not listening at all. So I just carried him back inside. I was like, dude, all right, we're not doing this today.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Did,
but
did
I just gave
you
him what's that?
uh, did you get him already his final vaccination or is not yet?
Yeah, I got his final vaccination a week ago. Yeah, so my
Oh,
plan is actually to start putting him in daycare. One to socialize him, but also to keep me sane. Like I don't know if I could do this for another like 3 weeks. Like I'm already losing my mind. Like so it's like anything to help at this point. But yeah, he finally got his last vaccine, so I don't have to be as worrisome.
no, at least that. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Let's see. It might be the two of us again this week. But I can start to share the notes. Let's see. So I'm in a home away from home, so internet is not great here. But
Gotcha, gotcha.
I hope it's good enough for sharing and seeing meeting notes and
Yeah, I
yeah.
can see it. It looks fine.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, so I think maybe let's get started. So just for the recording, welcome everyone to the CDEvents working group. Today is July the 29th, and my name is Andrea Frito. I forgot to sign in. And I work for IBM, currently new to C++. Um, right, so action item from last time, I canceled the meeting on August the 5th and August the 19th, the
All
CDEvents
right.
working group. So we got meeting today. And then next week we got the meeting on Tuesday for the implementation working group, and then we switch back the following week to the month, so that we have basically one meeting every week until the end of August. And then we can decide on a case by case basis whether we want to meet or not, depending on availability and agenda. Um, all right, so I tried to put together a list of pull requests that we have out there in different repos as a kind of reference um, for reviews. I don't have anything special to say on those, just put them out there. There is a new repo, the Jira translator with the first PR on it, which is nice. We're seeing more plugins coming out.
Yep. And I worked close with Jalandra on that, so I can definitely or I can review that. I mean, I worked close as in like like gave him some like tips and tricks whatnot with like Go because he was trying to do some differences with Garrett. So yeah, I can definitely take a look. And then he did pose a question, which when he first started writing the translator, I identified two initial problems because I've run into them in the past, trying to maintain various other SDKs. And first one is code generation, and the other one is maintainability. Being able to scale this. So he's run into both of these issues already. So just because these plugins, their APIs are not simple. Um, so I told him, I would think about how we can potentially co-generate these to make it a little bit easier to, create these plugins. So I'm going to spend some time thinking about that later this week as well.
Oh, that's cool. I think one of the proposals was with the tagging, right? On the CD event spec side to add
Yeah,
some
so
user
that's
tag.
that's yeah, that's one way. So what I mean by that is there's two fronts, right? There is the events to CD events, right? And that I think is solved with either tagging or another way is actually going by field name, but that's a little bit more fragile, but I think that's fine. But yeah, tagging is one aspect of it. So that's going one way. Then the other way is the incoming webhook request, right? So how do you, because like what Gelander is doing is basically wrapping all these APIs into a custom structure or class, if you will, and then adding special tags to kind of like handle that. So there's like kind of two parts that we need to kind of like address in terms of maintainability. One is this incoming large API requests that have all these fields, and how do we make it easy for users that are creating plugins to not need to reinvent the structure and add custom taggings and then so on and so forth, right? So that's kind of like problem number one. And then problem number two is how do we take these events and easily map them to CD events without needing to, write setters for each one of those. And I think we've already solved that with the Jira translator. And that's why I want to take a look at the PR. So I think that's fine. So we already solved that one half of it. The first half, which is the API, the large APIs, is something that still needs to be worked on.
Okay, let's see if I can capture that.
Yeah, and if you want, I can fill that in because I probably have the most context as well.
Oh, yeah, sure, by all means.
Okay, all right, I'll go ahead and do that then. Back. Oops. All right. So yeah, those are the two. I'll fill in some more details if that doesn't highlight the two issues. Maybe like an example might help or something of that nature. But yeah, but that's basically the two issues.
Cool. Yeah, great. So, okay, thanks for explaining. Yeah, so I think next up, also once we get this addressed, I'm probably looking forward to implement some kind of GitHub translator. There's probably
Yeah.
quite some requests for that, so that's great. But I guess, I mean, solving this problem once in a common place, it probably helps a lot. And when tackling the next translation layer, so it's good that we have this framework that we're building.
Yep.
Cool. Just sorry, going back to the pending PR reviews for the Go SDK. I know some of the Java work Jalander is doing. No, sorry. Some of the translator work Jalander is working on depends on the latest Go SDK. So I was keen on doing a release for that, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe either do a release candidate release or merge this current PR and do a release and then do maybe follow-up releases if needed. Oh, yeah, just wanted to check with you if in terms of time you think we
Yeah,
should
actually,
do it.
sorry, so I was supposed to review it. I was planning on review it this like on Thursday and Friday, but I actually took those days off because I was so overwhelmed with the puppy. So I will do that after this meeting. I will take a look. And then I will have that goal wise, maybe in the next 2 hours, I'll have it fully reviewed.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to put any pressure.
Oh no, no, no,
But
it's no big deal. Like I said, it just kind of like I'm kind of juggling like multiple things, but yeah, I will definitely review this. And oh, I noticed that there's some formatting. Do we use Go format at all, or is that what you just added in this PR as well?
is there some, what do you mean formatting?
No, no, I mean like it fixes some formatting because generally like when you write Go code, like when you save, like at least my I use Vim, but whatever ID, usually when you save, you run Go format on your code and it automatically
Yeah,
reformats it. Just making
yeah,
sure
yeah,
that's enabled. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
yeah. It's part of the CI. I'm not sure. I think it's uh, oh, because this is a README. So I just think there was inconsistent
Oh,
spacing in the
gotcha. I didn't
README.
see it was a readme. Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
Um,
that should be fine then.
right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take a
Well,
look then.
okay. Cool. So the last time we looked at the V5 list of issues, I think I'm
Mhm.
not sure if we looked at all of them.
Yeah, yeah. And
Um,
then I also explained like kind of like because one there was an action item that I wanted to kind of talk about that's kind of relevant to this is that kind of like changing or adding or updating, changing, whatever to continuous delivery events. And
right.
so I started a doc internally and I should have that doc hopefully sometime this week where all the things that are kind of missing that need to be added, maybe refactored, etc. um uh is going to be updated. But like I said, this is only for continuous delivery. We need to do this for all the other categories as well, whether that's pipelines, the core ones, or even the continuous integration one being the another major one, right? So my plan is I'm going to talk with some continuous integration folks on our side, but I know I mentioned last time, it'd be great if you can get like OpsMX or whoever else that's in that space and kind of ask like the usability of these events, if anything's are anything that's potentially missing that needs to change, etc. And then, oh, I guess another question here is, right, so I'm going to have this internal doc, right? So it's not really well, I guess it's kind of a proposal, but my question is, it's just going to be a doc that outlines more along the lines of like use cases. So it's not really a proposal per se. It's more of just like, these are the use cases, these are the things that are missing. Would that be more appropriate as a GitHub issue, like just putting the doc in GitHub as a GitHub issue, or do we actually want to try to make it like a proposal? Like what do you think is the right path there?
Yeah, I think maybe starting with the GitHub issue sounds good, and then uh, if we decide we want to consolidate some of the use cases in the official docs, maybe on the website or so, we could do that.
Okay, works for me.
Whatever it's easier. I think maybe starting with the GitHub issues is easier.
Yes, I
Um,
agree. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so we're on the yeah, definitely same page then. Um, Okay, I'll go ahead and do that then. I'll create a GitHub issue. Like I said, it'll be sometime this week, and then I'll ping you and all the relevant folks to take a look.
Sounds great. Yeah, looking forward to that. Um, yeah. Otherwise, I mean, I can open the V5 at least. I don't think there has been any change since last week, really. So I think, oh no, this is actually not the link I wanted to put in here. Bear with me a second. I think it was the milestone. And that's another thing. So we have the milestone, the spec repo, and there is a project that works across repos, but I'm not sure how to keep those synchronized. Let me see, where is milestones? Issues, milestones, 5. Okay, I guess the first thing, it says past due couple of months, so maybe we could set a tentative date, new date. so that it doesn't look like we are 2 months behind what we intend to do.
Mhm.
That's like October, and sounds
Yeah,
good.
let me think. Yeah, I think October should be more than enough time. I think that'd be perfect, actually.
Yeah, just put it in the middle of October for now, then we can fine tune it. Yeah, and I think we have a number of things that we reviewed last time. So there are a few that we marked like to be considered in terms of things that maybe we need more discussion on. I don't know, but maybe it's something that we should do when more
Folks are
folks.
back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think we can do is we can call out in one, like in the CDEvents Slack channel, like saying, hey, we're gonna have like a to be considered SIG meeting where we go over through, all the points of like to be considered, and basically say, we need as many people as we can to kind of like discuss, these topics, right? So yeah, I think that'll be really, really helpful, and hopefully get more people in here to kind of like help with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I can do that. After this meeting, I can
Awesome.
post a message there on the Slack. Right. Yeah, that sounds like good plan. So we have a few things on our radar. Anything else, Ben, that you wanted to discuss today, or chat about today? Or
No, for the most part, like I said, I have a few PRs I need to look at. And like I said, I'm working on this doc, and then on top of that, the security, verifiability is coming along. It's kind of chugging its way. Met with more security folks, kind of like discuss a few things. And hopefully, like in the next, my hope is like maybe in the next few weeks, but I have a feeling it's going to take like a month or two to actually get this proposal out to CloudEvents. So I need to attend. I haven't been to their SIG in the last like few weeks. I'm going to attend this week's SIG. And maybe get a dog sitter or something just so I can like function a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna meet with them probably on Thursday and kind of help discuss more some basic kind of some discussions that we had that I want to make sure that it's open to them, just in case we don't want to shock them with anything that we've decided on. Mostly because the two ideas that they had was a hard no from our security team. So I want to make sure that they understand why, and see if they're okay with the reasoning that we have.
okay. Was that the S mime?
Yeah, the
Are they
S mime
also
and
close?
and Josie, both are Jose. Yeah, both of them. There was a lot of concern with using them.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for the update and for
Yep.
bringing that along. All right. Yeah. Then I guess we can keep this efficient meeting shorter and just sync on Slack if there is any update. And otherwise, talk to you next week.
Yep. Works for me. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Andrea.
And thank you, and best of luck with your puppy.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it, man. All right. You have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.